Hey there, I'm Chris Shalom. I am the writer and director of Scott and Maya Watch TV.
Hey there, I'm Andrew Gust, the editor of Scott and Maya.
And what we're watching right now, these lovely cartoon credits, were created by the wonderful Sam McKinnon, who also did the music here. Uh, I think it really gives an extra little punch to this short, which we shot very quickly and is relatively low on production value and fun, kooky stuff. But this opening really sells it for me.
So this film actually started as a 72-hour film festival by Apple, which I don't think happened before and has never happened since, because they had such great interest that they decided to scrap the whole thing. And we found that out a few days before doing it, but decided to just do it in the same amount of time just for kicks anyways.
Yeah, so this was written very quickly and then shot and cut. I think more or less completely within the 72-hour time period that had been set out for the festival, which actually turned out to be pretty ambitious. The script seemed very small, but as we'll see, we have quite a number of locations actually and quite a few things going on. So we were really running around for those, especially the 24 hours or so of the shoot. It was a tiring one.
Is this the best
How
time?
did we end up finding the
I,
suit and helmet?
I think where we were living, no, wait, we weren't
I'm
actually
from
living
Nick,
here at the
actually one of
time.
your closest
Where we
neighbors.
ended
We
up
added the
living
community
after film
togetherness
school,
program
there
in the
was
area.
this diving
Going door to door to
store,
each one of our neighbors
and
to discuss
we had gone
new
there and
things
asked
about
them, hey, do you know anyone who might have like an old school scuba diving suit? And they pointed us towards this
so what do you think?
guy, and we ended up in his windowless basement trying
I'm
on
sorry,
scuba suits
I
and
can't
scuba
help you.
helmets and
I'm
convinced
underwater.
He
him
was like a
somehow to let
tough
us
old
borrow his
You're
equipment.
I'm
he
underwater.
was like a tough old Navy man.
Yeah, yeah,
He had like underwater knives on display and told
right,
us stories about the war. Yeah.
right. It couldn't have been
Yeah,
better.
and inexplicably, this whole thing feels like a real testament to Vancouver's receptiveness to independent film,
That's true.
because the house that we just saw was just a house in the neighborhood that I was living in, and we just went walking up and down the street, and we knocked on these people's door and asked if we could just film in their house, and they said yes.
Wait, was it really?
If you remember Gusto, uh, tell us tell us about the blender gag here.
Ah, yes, this blender on fire. So I think this was actually our producer Nick Kelly's working blender that he used on a day-to-day basis, and I don't think there was any sort of sophisticated stunt worked out here. I think we basically poured lighter fluid on his blender and then lit a match. So maybe not exactly the best way to pull off a special effect, but it worked nonetheless.
Yeah, unless my memory is no different from yours. What I remember is is pouring lighter fluid all over the blender and the second
Stay out.
before
You have to
rolling,
watch
lighting
it
it
from
on
afar.
fire. The second after rolling, lighting it on
I
fire.
just came here to get a blender.
You're pretty recognizable.
I'm underwater.
No, you're not. Do you think I'm pretty?
Yes, I am.
Ask me if I want to hang out.
Do you want to hang out?
And in the
Cheeseburger.
scene just past, I remember that's the one incorrect. That's the one line cross in the film, like totally incorrectly done line cross, it was such a facepalm moment for me because we had like just learned about all of that in film school, and then I just immediately screwed it up in this movie that has like
Do I annoy you?
18 shots total, maybe.
I highly doubt it.
Uh,
No.
yeah, here we are in
It's
Vera's
just
burger
Underwater, I
joint.
know.
Burger joint. I don't think we had a permit for anything, but somehow
Do you have a crush on me?
got away with filming just about everywhere.
This was all
Do you want to
guerrilla.
come
You're
along
right. I had
and
forgotten about
watch
that.
TV
Yeah.
with me?
That's why that scene is handheld and why the camera is moving is because we just hid in the back
Yeah,
and shot when we thought they weren't looking.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably shot all within the time that would normally take to eat a cheeseburger.
Vera's Burgers, you can't beat our meat. That was the official slogan.
Right.
I remember. It was on the
Right.
billboards.
Right.
Do you want to work the remote?
So nearly
Press the buttons.
nearly all or all of Kieran's dialogue is dubbed.
I would think, yeah, I don't know how the hell we would have got anything inside that mask, so I'm guessing so. And, you know, they did a good job doing it, because it does sound like it was inside a scuba mask, so kudos.
Really does. There's even some nifty sound design and everything here.
Yep,
It
yep,
was a bang-up job for 72 hours.
that is true, that is true. The sound design is one of the better things about this film, with the bubbles coming up there, for sure.
So it's probably
Take the
the
helmet
closest that I've come anyway to trying this sort of just very, very straightforward, like fully pleasing, not I guess challenging or weird or out of the box entertainment. I think this is more or less the only time that anyone in Cali B has done a sort of very straightforward, like, crowd pleaser short like this. Because even all of the things, like even California Balloons, which is like just a fun buddy cop action movie, still has oddities to it, unusual choices and artsy choices and so on. But this is really this was really designed from the top down to be just sort of a like cute like post Juno 2008 hipstery fun
Yeah,
comedy, romantic comedy.
that's true. All the story, aside from the very small fact that he's in a scuba suit, is sort of, all the backstory is in the film. You see it on screen, and, you know, it's all very straightforward. You can see everything as you watch the film. There's not much to figure out.
And this actually is in the back of the house that I was staying at for the year of film school, and they were very good about repeatedly having us tramping through the yard and through the kitchen and through everywhere with tons of camera equipment and scuba suits.
Right, right. That's true. The only other short film that I did in film school also took place in the front yard here. So, a big thanks to them. Was he completely naked under here? Probably
I
boxers.
hope not, for the old man's sake.
And just like that, the film has breezed by. Just at the very beginnings of starting to reminisce. Yep, here we are. The only other person that we haven't mentioned so far, I think, is Julia Schaefer, who was the fourth sort of main member of our Hoopla Productions that made this possible. Or was she?
In fact, it never would have been named Hoopla Productions without her.
That's true. But wait, was she?
No, I think that's wrong.
I think that's wrong. Sorry. That was for...
We'll keep that in. Special thanks to Jen Randall too. Who knows? Who can remember who?
Wait,
who
there was
helped.
a special thanks to Jen Randall? Or are you just making that up now?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay.
No, I'm not.
We're just trying to not
Who knows?
piss people off at that point.